Wait a minute. I don't believe what's all the yelling about? What's going on here?
Yes, Merry Christmas indeed. It is Sunday, December 3rd, and it is officially the Christmas season is in swing ever since we had Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that other stuff. We are all getting into the Christmas spirit. I hope you guys are too. Hope you're having a great Sunday out there. And we are going to be checking out, of course, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Believe me, when I say I reached out to the actual Chevy Chase, I did mention this to Mr. Chase, to Chevy himself, on his official Facebook page, and he actually is at a charity event this evening. He didn't message me back because you know we're in a basement and he's a cool guy, so why would he message us? But that's neither here nor there. It would have been great if he could have just popped in just to make fun of us in the chat and be like, "Hey, you guys are idiots," or at least point at me and go, "Hey, you're an idiot." But hey, that's great. We're going to talk about probably one of his most fantastic movies, and a great movie for the holidays. I think it's a lot of people's holiday favorite. There's probably 3 or 4 up there that people could argue, oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. You know, like A Christmas Story, or The Krampus, or Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. That's one of my favorites. I love that one. But anyway, we have a couple of gentlemen waiting in the wings here who might be in a little bit of a holiday spirit themselves. Let's check in with Mr. John. John, how are you doing?
Holiday. I'm doing good. I'm probably about, like we were talking about earlier, I'm about 80% over COVID right now. I got COVID about a week ago, and it has sucked. Probably the sickest I've ever been in my entire life. But I'm over the hump. I'm on my way out of it. My wife is on her way out of it. We're doing a lot better. I'm very thankful for that. No permanent damage seems to have been done here, so I'm happy to be here with you.
Well, and we're happy you're here too.
I'm just a little fatigued, but you might not be able to tell, but I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're very happy to have you here, and I'm glad you're on the mend. That's the very reason why I've told my daughter, who is 5, we don't go around touching everything. I mean, you're going to get it wherever, however you get it. Anyway, but little
if
kids
I got
like to
it,
touch
everyone's going to get it.
Right.
Because I was careful. I mean, I did it all. I was, masked up, washed my hands every 5 seconds for 3 years, and I still got it. So everyone, you're all going to get it if you haven't yet.
Well, I told her, don't lick doorknobs anymore. That'll help out. And then, so we'll see. She's 5, so she'll continue licking doorknobs.
That's yes.
Hey, let's see what this other guy's doing.
Robert?
Oh, Rob, hi. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I mean, everybody, come on. I mean, I've got the hat.
A very hockey Christmas over here.
Yeah, but Rob went all out here. I mean, he's there and his we haven't even started decorating yet here. We're starting tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
yeah, we got our outside, but we haven't done the inside yet either. So we're gonna do it too.
Well, I can't wait to get it done because
I'm surprised after I didn't get COVID from Torg or anything. I'm surprised after being on the road for 3 weeks. I did get diarrhea from Mexican food, so
sure.
But
you'll have that.
That's a lot of Mexican places. Not all. I mean,
was that Columbus Mexican or?
No, I was down in Florida.
Florida Mexican. Oh well, they're using real shit down there, so
yeah,
that'll get you.
It just loosened you up. Some spicy stuff.
I've never gotten COVID yet since it's been a thing. I've never gotten
what?
It. No.
No way.
You may just be one of those people that get it and don't know. That could have happened.
Yeah. Probably because I have this huge beak and it just stays in there.
So it doesn't get all the way
so
up.
Much to go through to get to you.
Well, why don't we jump into our lovely film here, the Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
Starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Randy Quaid, Juliette Lewis, of course, Johnny Galecki, Doris Roberts, and a slew of others.
Lot of people that you'll recognize, like no matter how old you are or like what types of movies you like. There's a lot of people in this movie that you'll recognize from things that have come out 20 years after this. There's a lot of older actors that were in, that did movies in the, 50s and 40s that are in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people from all across the spectrum of film history and stuff in this movie. It's really kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we were watching it, I don't know, it was about 5 or 6 days ago, and I showed, I pointed out Rusty and to Harley, my 5-year-old, and I said, look, and she was like, what? I say, you see that little boy right there? And she goes, yeah. And she'd seen the movie before, and I go, you remember Leonard on Big Bang Theory? And she goes, yeah. And I go, that's him when he was about 12. And she was just like, oh my gosh, it is him. That's so cool. And she just thought it was really cool that, somebody could be a kid, who was in a show that she watches with us all the time.
And we knew him on Roseanne.
Yeah, no, Roseanne.
Yeah, I was about to say that's where I first saw him was David, I guess, in Roseanne.
Yeah.
The
so
wimpy
hey,
David.
look at that.
Still the same character no matter what he does. So
pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a little nerdier on Big Bang Theory, but
Yeah.
He's also in Pee-wee's Big Adventure for about 5 seconds.
Is he?
If you remember, I believe
I haven't seen it in a long time.
The kid that was acting, you remember the final act of Pee-wee's Big Adventure where they're going through all the movie sets and there's like the Godzilla guys and the beach movie guys and all the different movies that they're like terrorizing. The movie that started it was a movie with that kid, and he's like giving his Pee-wee's bike away to an orphanage or whatever, some fake movie within the movie. And he's like a spoiled, rotten, horrible little, terrible actor kid, one of these little actor kids, like the stereotypical, like hard to work with actor kid.
I remember this now.
Him. Yeah. Okay. And he's like yelling at everyone. And it's very, the only type of role I've ever seen that guy play where he's like,
a jerk,
really unpleasant.
Yeah. That's great. Well, so he does have a range. So,
I guess so, yeah.
I'm not making fun of Johnny Galecki.
He's either nerd or jerk. That's it.
Yeah.
Nerd or jerk. That's all. Yeah. That's all he's got.
Good.
But yeah, we've got the Griswolds here taking the family truckster out to go get a nice Christmas tree here at the beginning of the movie. I wanted to read this little thing here that I have here. It says, this is Video Vault's first of 2 Christmas specials. Yes, we're doing 2. So in 2 weeks, well, of course, we're doing National Lampoon's Vacation here, Christmas Vacation. And we really hope that if you're tuning in and you're not in the Christmas spirit yet, we hope that, you hanging out with us 3 and possibly Technish from Caps Off Gaming. If he can join us here in a few minutes, that would be great because he is out and about and he just kind of got stuck in traffic. So if he can join us, cool. If not, we'll catch him hopefully in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
But in 2 weeks on December 17th, 2023, that'll be our second of 2 Christmas movies, and we'll announce what that is at the very end of the show because we're not going to give you any spoilers as to what it is right now. But my question for you 2 wonderful gentlemen, the first question I have here is, what is the main goal of Clark Griswold in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? I mean, John, he has a purpose here, and it starts off at the very beginning of the movie. What is his main goal?
Well, at the beginning of the movie, they're trying to get the tree, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I remember about the beginning of it. And I know that there's the overarching theme is he's just trying to have a good Christmas with his family and just constantly getting derailed in, typical Chevy Chase movie fashion, I suppose.
Yeah, so as a father myself, he's just trying to do what every dad's trying to do every year,
right?
Trying to just make an amazing Christmas for his family, and that's why it really hits home, because we do try to go to some great lengths, to please our family, and the stress can really be something, and you finally see, of course, later on, when the stress catches up.
The stress does catch up with him, and I don't know if you...
A very relatable character through and through, I'm sure,
absolutely.
for every type of dad out there.
there was a moment, and I will bring up the actual photo real quick. It's not the best photo in the world, but I think, when he's about losing it right here. And that's,
that's a man on the edge.
That's a man on the edge, and he's feeling a whole bunch of different emotions here. And I think one of those emotions, especially when he looks at the in-laws and he's just like, "You're not going anywhere," I think he's feeling a little bit unappreciated, because he set up this whole thing. He's opened his home up. He's opened up his wallet. He's opened up his heart. He's trying to spread this Christmas joy throughout the neighborhood and to everybody around, including, his cousin-in-law, who is, for lack of a better term, a bum. He's just really trying to be Santa Claus for everybody. And at this moment, he's like you just said, he's really a man on the edge here.
Like he's not going to get the gun yet, but he's reminding himself of where it is.
I mean, the worst thing he did was, cut off the loop post. He cut that off, fixed it. That was it. So I mean, he's doing pretty good if he's not going out kidnapping people. So
I want that cardigan.
What card?
His cardigan.
Yeah.
I want something. I don't have a cardigan, and I want.
Oh, cardigan. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks so cozy and nice.
Yeah, that is a dad's, an older dad's like comfy cardigan.
I like that look. I like the 1989.
I have two of those actually. Blue, one's blue and the other one's gray.
Ooh, nice.
And they got little pockets.
Hell yeah. So blue and gray. So that's you're done then. You're covered.
Yeah, I've got two. I'm good. My wife calls them the old man sweaters.
Well, sure they are.
Yeah,
but they're also freaking comfy.
I love them. Yeah,
cozy. You kind of feel like a cat, just kind of looking out at everybody. Oh, I'm nice and cozy, and I'm just gonna hide under the couch here.
Nice big buttons.
Yep.
Now,
I love it.
What are some of the mishaps that happened to the Griswold family during their celebrations? I mean, there's more than one thing that kind of comes across their porch,
Well, the one that sticks out to me the most is right at the beginning. It's so relatable, at least to me, the road rage stuff.
Yeah.
Where like some idiot is just giving you a hard time and you try to give them a hard time and it just escalates and somebody has to stop or everyone's going to die.
Yeah.
And that's that's everybody's been through this to one degree or another. And I think that's the key with a lot of what goes on in this movie. It's not the most funny movie. It's not the most creative movie, but it does hit the nail on the head when it comes to being relatable.
Very relevant.
And here's a form of a situation that everybody has been involved in to one degree or another. And it just hits you with that over and over again. It's just, it's really, really well done when it comes to that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Rob, what do you think though? Like what mishaps stick out to you?
I mean, one of my favorites is, first of all, this movie is big for me and my family because they're based in our hometown, Chicago. So we, as our family loves seeing like the scenes with the city and everything. It just reminds us of home back in a simpler time anyways. And so, but one thing my dad and I think the favorite one we love has got to be the squirrel in the tree. Like that's the one where just all hell just breaks loose inside the house. And like, that's where Christmas is pretty much like ruined. That was it.
And then when the dog decides to take off, that whole scene is just so ridiculous. But I think the one thing, because sometimes the thing that's like probably the least funny thing to everybody else is sometimes the most funny thing to me. And when he says to his mom, who's passed out, face down on the floor, "Mom, don't move." Yeah. It's like, she's not going anywhere.
No, she's definitely not moving. So.
She's not even conscious.
Yeah.
It just, every time, and I don't know, that movie came out in 1989, December 2nd, 1989. So that was, what is that, 24 years ago yesterday.
Yeah.
And to tell a little story real quick. Now this is something that I've told a few people and they're just like, "Are you serious? I'm like, no, it's not this way anymore. At that time, when the movie came out, my friend Greg and I, we went to go see the movie at the theater. Let's go see Christmas Vacation. I go, okay. And my first girlfriend, we'd been seeing each other since May, and he goes, let's go to the, to the theater to see Christmas Vacation. I go, okay, yeah, cool, that's fine. And she had to go to West Virginia with her family for Christmas. And I, stupid kid in love, that sort of a thing. I've got to pout about it. Oh, I'm not with my girlfriend for Christmas. It'd be my first Christmas. Yeah. I abso-freaking-lutely hated this movie.
Because you associated it with being apart from your girlfriend. Okay.
I don't, maybe that, and, coupled with the fact that I was just being, sour and shitty and petty and we walk out of the theater and, think about that part in The Naked Gun when they're walking out of Platoon and you see them both like, that's Greg walking out and there's me. That movie sucked. And he's like, are you out of your damn mind? The movie was hilarious. I'm like, that was a piece of shit. Now I know a lot of people who are watching this or who are gonna be watching this. They're like, you are an idiot. Yes, at that moment I was an idiot.
That's a rookie mistake. It was your first girlfriend. You didn't know what a gift it was to just watch a movie with your friend instead.
Yeah. Right. Now we're at an age where they're like, hey, I'm going to West Virginia. I'd be like, all right, see you.
Bye.
See you later.
You're going to Torg. Have fun. But when it came out on video, which was like a year later, I watched that movie and I was like, why? I bought it immediately. I'm like, why did I hate this movie? And Greg pretty much was just like, because you're stupid. So, and I related to everything in that because the whole time I was sitting in the theater, I was probably doing this, la, 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 I don't want to like something because, I don't get to be with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, anyway, so.
Life experience. You live and you learn.
Little side story there to bore everybody and make them go, let's get out of this video.
Quit that.
There's so many different mishaps in the film, and I have so many of them here, highlighted. He had to take the tree in and it opened up and broke windows, and of course he gets caught with her real name is Nicolette Scorsese. I've looked her up many a time. The funny thing is, when I actually saw Nicolette Scorsese, no relation to Martin, when I saw when her birthday was, on January 6th, this coming January 6th, she will be 70 years old.
Mm.
She is 6 months older than my mother-in-law. So I had to let that sink in for a minute because I'm sitting here going, look at that, and if my mother-in-law sees this video, I love you, I do, but it just never thought, here's this person who's basically a model and an actress. I'm sitting there going, look at this very, very hot woman, even back in the day, and look at her there. And then I'm just sitting there going, this woman's the same age as my mother-in-law now. And how I can't.
89 was a long time ago, man.
That's what comes to mind is I go, am I that damned old? Because there's my mother-in-law going, I'm going to be 70, this coming year. And I'm going, oh my gosh, all these people are 80 and 90 and stuff like that. Of people we used to, Chevy Chase just turned 80 this year.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. So I don't know. It just kind of makes me go, I'm not in my 20s anymore or whatever.
This has turned depressing from your last story and now this analogy.
I know. Good night, folks.
Yeah.
That's the holidays for you. It gives you perspective on how much stuff has changed and how much time has passed. And it doesn't have to be a negative thing, but it definitely gives you some perspective, and it can be some of that can be, in the form of a pretty cold bucket of water,
It can be. But anyway, we all know, all the stuff that Clark and his family get into, whether it be almost falling off and killing himself on the roof, or even the wonderful Christmas turkey, and it gets ruined because it was put in too long. Oh, it's just a little dry. That's all. It's just a little dry. And then,
I love it. Eddie asked Catherine why she was crying.
Yeah, why are you crying? I love that. And and I've told you this before, Rob. My dad God bless my dad, and I miss him. He's not with us any longer. Hasn't been for about 7 years now. And my buddy Greg will attest to it. Now, not to the degree of Eddie, but my dad, in many respects, was Cousin Eddie.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't that, yokelish, but he could be very much, that flavor of person, if you will.
Cousin Eddie's the guy in the blue here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I can't get out of my head how he just looks. He looks like a botched Quentin Tarantino clone.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't let it go.
It's funny that you say that because many a person has said that I either look like Bernie Kosar, former quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, or I look like Randy Quaid. And I usually say F you to those people because I don't think I'm that damned ugly. But I've also heard many a time people say, you act a lot like Quentin Tarantino. And I go, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't go around celebrating that.
No. I mean,
you may want to take a look at the mirror on that one.
At least they didn't say, you remind me a lot of Ted Bundy. So
you're really kind of Jeffrey Dahmer-ish,
you look delicious.
Kind of like Hitler a little bit.
What character in the movie, Rob, often causes the most chaos during the holiday? Which character in this whole film is the genesis of the most crazy stuff going on?
I mean, probably not a specific character, but more so just a bad luck. Bad luck seems to be the
Lady Luck is the real antagonist in this movie.
Yeah, the rest it just all falls into place because of it. I would think
Right.
so.
And or bad timing, maybe. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Again, making it super relatable because it's just shit goes wrong during the holidays, and you just have to cobble together what you can out of it.
Yeah, and again, he's doing the best he can. It's not like he's setting out to make these disasters. It's just they're one after the other, just keeps happening. So
I mean, you can trace a lot of his problems back to perhaps failing to prepare.
Yes.
But again, it's also just a lot of bad luck,
Yeah.
Well, and that kind of goes back to a previous question, because his main goal was to have a nice, friendly, happy, Christmas and provide everybody with this sense of, Norman Rockwell style joy that you would see from the Saturday Evening Post or whatever.
Right. Everyone strives for it, yet it doesn't really exist.
And he tried. He always has his expectations way. Well, camera's right here, way up here. Kind of like what Rusty says. He's like, oh, whenever I ever do that, or his wife, he's like, graduations, holidays, da 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 da, and maybe he also puts his expectations up for everything because he always wants to do the best job he can, but like you just said, he never prepares. Like when they went on vacation to Wally World, did he bother to call down there and make sure that
they're going
to be open? I mean, nobody closes a theme park, but sometimes things happen.
Right.
But he's never been on a family trip before. And he's never had this kind of old-fashioned family Christmas that he had to put on before. I mean, we see that there's been the fun old-fashioned family Christmas when he was looking at the movies, when he was stuck in the attic. But we never get the sense that he's ever put it on himself before. So I think you hit the nail on the head. You both hit it on the head. It's not necessarily anybody being the cause. It's just lack of planning on Clark's part and bad luck.
Right.
Now, what is
never stopped him from being a fashionista, though, as you can see.
No, yeah. I mean he's always got that at the top of the list. What is Cousin Eddie's role in the movie, John?
I guess just as a general irritant and just kind of gasoline to throw on fires, that are already there.
I love that. He's wearing a dickie.
Yeah, and his fashion is the opposite.
You can clearly see through the sweater too.
This is horrible. He makes the worst, and I'm sure that was on purpose to make him more annoying.
Yeah. To make him look just stupid.
He looks this. If anyone walks into your house dressed like this man, they should be kicked out of it.
And the funny part is he has the same white shoes on it he gifted to Clark at when Clark visited his house in Yeah, it's those same tacky.
The same.
He's kind of like a character that Tom Arnold would play or something.
Yes,
He's
yeah,
like a dork, and not like in a lovable way, like in a just annoying way. Like just go away. You know, he's just one of those types of guys. Again, though, relatable because everybody has someone like that in their neighborhood or in their family that's always just kind of in your orbit, and they're not offensive enough to like necessarily yell at them or anything. But if you could choose as to whether or not they were in your life, you might choose to maybe not have them there.
Yeah.
Just kind of one of those dudes.
Well, and even when we do see, even though he is, you know, kind of a bumpkin, even in the first movie and the third movie, we do see that Eddie does have a big heart. You know, I mean,
Sure.
he may be desperate. He may be maybe a little lazy or whatever, but he's got a big heart. His heart's always in the right place.
Sure.
You know,
he's redeemable. He has redeeming qualities. That's absolutely true, I would say.
Yeah. Because even, you know, when my cousin-in-law here is, you know, trying to say, you know, well, I'll take the heat for this rap, you know. But no, Clark and Rusty, mainly Clark, they go through this incredible task of lighting the exterior of the house for Christmas. What is the significance of the Griswold family's Christmas lights display in the movie? I mean, what is, you know, what is the big deal of lighting the house?
So elaborate.
I think for him, it's just like we've been saying before. He knew all this family was coming and just wanted to put on like one of the best Christmases ever. Because that doesn't seem like you get the vibe that he put out this many lights every Christmas.
No.
Because clearly they had issues with turning it on and everything. Had he done this before, this would have been not a non-issue.
And he did have the bulbs,
right?
And he did have, where's the Santa and stuff? They did have the stuff.
As tangled as all that stuff was, you can tell it hadn't been gone through in probably years.
No,
right.
So
it'd be funny if it came with the house.
And a lot of dads use lighting up the Christmas tree or lighting up the house with Christmas lights. They'll use that as one of many sort of pissing contests that they'll have with other neighbors and other people in the neighborhood, and whoever has the most lights. No one ever officially says whoever has the most lights is the best family or whatever. But there's sort of this subtle understanding that like if your lights suck, then you must be like a shitty family or something.
Yeah,
so
it's the same.
There's like a pissing contest element there.
It's like the mowing the lawn. If they mow the lawn before everyone else, like
like the first one to mow the lawn is like
you're behind.
Yeah, like dumb shit like that. It's like
I know.
Everyone can kind of knows what that is.
That's funny. Excuse me.
I'm lucky. We're all lazy here. I'm the only one that has lights up.
Yeah, I'm the last one to mow the lawn usually in this neighborhood.
Me too.
The first time I saw one of those things, what were they called, the star projectors or whatever? And it's like just like all the little points all over the house.
Those look like shit, I think.
Yeah, I saw those and I went, wow, how lazy do you have to be? I mean, I guess it's
cool. One light. It's one light, masquerading as hundreds.
Yeah,
that's like
they're like this.
That's,
and
to me,
they get warped over different surfaces and shit.
Yeah, and that's the Cousin Eddie way of lighting, I think.
Right. See, here we are engaging in the thing we just talked about that isn't actually real. We're like, what an idiot would use that type of light.
Well, I get, and a lot of people are going, "Why use that? Screw you guys."
Yeah.
I guess it would be kind of cool if it produced a cascade of like snowflakes and it just kept coming down and it kept rotating over the top of the house and it kind of looked like snowflakes falling on the house.
I've seen them done cool. Well, and it depends on like if you just blanket it over your entire house. Yeah. That's different than like if you were to just throw like one image up on one part, like on your garage door or something. Like that could be more tasteful, perhaps.
I've seen the ones where they do the image on the door, and that's really tasteful.
Yeah.
If you see, I of course live in an apartment, and if I had a house, I think my first Christmas I would want to really screw with the neighbors. So I think I would try to find one of those ones that like shows you the elevators from The Shining, and there's like all the blood, and I'd have that on the house instead. And if somebody says something to me, I'd be like, "Oh shit, I mixed it up with the Halloween thing," and I would just leave it the whole season.
Good idea.
It'd be like they wouldn't screw with me then.
Or just the Grady twins.
I don't think they would say anything though.
Yeah, the twins. Oh,
just have the Grady twins just standing there.
Yeah. Oh man, Now, I've always thought that, personally, that the movie does have, of course, the humorous aspect, but it also has a nice balance of sentimental aspects as well. How does it balance that in the movie? I mean, what do we see? What do we see in the movie that depicts, that kind of sentimental and warm and fuzzy feeling, as opposed to just, oh God, here goes the chaos, or here goes Clark using a staple gun to put up the lights. What a moron.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't recall specific moments of that, I guess, but I know that there is a balance to it for sure. It's not just disaster constantly. But I think just it feels wholesome for the most part, because what happens here, even though it's cartoonishly, blown up versions of things people know, it's all just things that people know. And, and he gets through it, especially towards the end there before, the tirade. It's, there are off moments, to help accentuate when things do fall apart. And it's just good writing. Again, some of these jokes aren't the best. And so even some of the heartfelt stuff isn't the best, in my opinion, but it is, it comes together, and it's clearly well put together for what it is.
Yeah. I think that this scene is probably, the scene that stands out to me the most, because of course you have the Ray Charles song going on there talking about Christmas, and he's watching old memories, and he's getting all misty eyed and everything, right before, his wife pulls open the hatch for the attic and brings him down. That would have killed him. Sorry.
Yeah, if he fell through that, I know.
Yeah, he would have died. But the other thing is, I say this every time, and I go, why didn't, I know it's a movie. He falls through the ceiling, and I can hear my dad in the back of my head going, you always step on the rafters of the boards that I put down. You never step on the, never step on the gypsum board, because you'll
right.
break through it, and I'll have to redo the ceiling. And I go, okay. It's not like we went in our attic too many times. But that's the first thing he does. And then he's like, oh, he's warming his hands, from the, all the heat coming up. And I'm like, he's on top of the bed. All he has to do is just sit down and.
Yeah, I always thought that too. Like, why don't he just climb out of that?
Yeah, he just has to climb down. That's all he has to do. But oh well. It's a movie. Otherwise, we wouldn't get to that touching moment.
Yeah, well, it's like Lord of the Rings. I mean, if they just flew those birds all the way to the,
yeah,
it'd be done.
It'd be done.
I hate that. I hate that bird thing. That killed it. I was like, where the fuck were you?
Yeah. Yeah, they just rode those, man. We'd have 2 less movies probably.
They have no movies. You'd have a short film.
Short film adaptation.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that episode of Big Bang Theory when they point out, well, in Raiders of the Lost Ark, you'd have had the exact same outcome if Indiana Jones hadn't intervened whatsoever. They would have taken the thing to the island, and then, God would have killed them all the Nazis, and that would have been it. And I was just like, you son of a bitch.
I guess so. I hadn't thought of that. Damn it.
Yeah, they were going to open it anyways.
I mean, would have they eventually, because they found Tanis, the Nazis did, would have they eventually still found the Well of the Souls? Yeah, they would have kept digging and digging and digging. They would have eventually found it, but they would have found it later.
Right.
But without Indiana Jones's intervention, they would have already had the headpiece of the Staff of Ra, not just the backside. So there you go. They would have found it immediately. So, there are some memorable quotes in this movie, and it's yet again one of those movies that you can just quote all day long. Do you have any favorites, Rob? Any favorites that come to mind?
Do we have any comments or anything before we go?
I have not seen, but hold on. There's abridged Lord of the Rings. Yeah, there is that would be a certain other person who lives in this house. So hi, Lynn. Yeah, Harley all of a sudden knows how to type. Shitter's full.
The shitter's full.
Yeah, there's a lot of iconic lines.
I mean, a ton of them are right here. I mean, just from him.
Yeah, I'd say he's the most quotable of the whole movie from our family. Like everyone in my family quotes Cousin Eddie for everything. So
yeah, that's what he's there for, I would say.
Yeah, Yeah, he's
The
just a
totem
cool
guy.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Can I refill your eggnog for you? Get you something to eat? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere and leave for dad? I mean,
I do like the part when he's trying to explain about how he shouldn't go flying down that hill on his sled because of the government
yeah,
plastic in his brain.
not nothing. So,
Yeah.
like, you really think it'll make a difference, Eddie? It's like he's so nasty to him.
Yeah.
Another. I mean, there's so many. The blessing.
Yeah.
And then of course, what I have right here. Let me get rid of the thingy there, the thingamabob, since I'm such an awesome host. Comments. There we go.
Art freak.
No,
You got your 15 minutes of fame there, art freak.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, Clark.
Yeah.
Is Rusty still in the Navy? So, I mean, yet another one. And that brings me to a point that I wanted to bring up. I had always hoped that they would do one final vacation movie with the entire cast again, and I was hoping that one would be just called Retirement Vacation or something like that. And they were selling the house and they were going to move to Florida and they were going to have a big family reunion before they moved off and whatever. And I would like for them to have resolved the reason how come that Rusty and Audrey, that they had different actors playing them all the time. Now we know the real reason, but I always thought that Cousin Bethany would have been the genesis of reason here. That she would have been because it'd be the only thing that came out of her mouth that made any sense of everything she spouted off. It would have been great if, all of a sudden, you have Rusty show up, but Rusty's already there, and it's Johnny Galecki. Johnny Galecki is already there, and so is Audrey. We have, I forget the gal played, forget her name right now. Juliette
Lewis.
Juliette Lewis.
Yeah.
You have both of them there, so that's your Rusty and your Audrey. You'd be like, well, Rusty could be here, and then somebody goes, but Rusty's over there. Like, no, our other Rusty, and all of a sudden this big black limo shows up, and out jumps, Anthony Michael Hall, and he's wearing, an admiral's uniform or a captain's uniform or something like that. And then all the other Audreys and Rusty start showing up with their respective husbands and wives. So you come to find out that they actually have 8 kids, and they named them all Rusty and Audrey because they're morons.
Okay.
And, so is Rusty still in the Navy? It's like, yeah, Aunt Bethany's not an idiot after all. So that would have been kind of fun, I think. Hey, look at this, Game Central Station. Woohoo!
Hitter was full. What are you talking about?
That's either
you were kind to edit their comment.
Yeah, that's either Tony and or Shane. How's it going, guys? Haven't talked in a while. There we go. So, where am I at here? What makes National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation a classic holiday movie? Now, one might say a classic holiday movie has all that sentiment and stuff about family, or, and of course it is about Christmas. So, we could be talking about, the birth of Christ and all that stuff, whatever you want to, but usually it has something to do with religion, and or Christianity, or, like the bishop's wife or whatever, any of those movies. But sometimes you don't have that kind of a thing, like when you have Home Alone and stuff like that. So what makes this one fit in to be, one of those traditional Christmas films? How does it find its place?
For me, I think it's just because, I mean, this, to be fair, when I'm coming up with my 5 Christmas movies that I want to watch,
yeah,
I don't really come up with this one. And not because I don't like it, but
sure,
it's just, there's just better ones. I feel like Muppet Christmas Carol, there's just other ones that are just better films. But I think this one is I see why it's in, it's a Christmas movie mainstay. It's obvious. I mean, it's so chock full, and I've made this point already, but it's so chock full of just these moments and these situations that everyone knows and everyone's been through and everyone can relate to immediately. Everyone can recognize the situation with the lights and the road rage and the, the tree being weird, and, even in little things like the dog drinking the water out of the tree thing.
Yep.
And like, and it's just having the goofy neighbor around. I mean, it's so chock full of it, that it's impossible to watch this movie for more than 5 minutes and not notice, like, oh yeah, I went through that, or my dad went through that, or whatever. And that's what you want in one of these types of movies. If you're going to be, one of these cultural mainstay films, that's how you do it. And they knocked it out of the park in that way. It's
highly relatable.
Highly, and there's a lot of movies that are relatable out there, but this movie really went for it.
Yeah.
And just, it's like the writers just sat around and just came up with every relatable Christmas holiday situation they can come up with, and contextualized them all for one movie, and made them and turned them up a couple notches to make them funnier. And they did a good job with that.
I'm the same as Johnny. I love this movie, but it's not in my top. It's not even in my top 10, honestly. Like I'd rather watch it with people than by myself. I think it's more fun with people. And what does make it, like Johnny said, though, is that it is relatable and it checks all the holiday boxes. I mean, it shows him where he works. It shows him as a dad, as a family member. It shows his family, and you throw in the Christmas music, the shopping scenes. It checks all the holiday boxes, so that's why it rates up there as a classic. But that's not one that, even like right now, like I'll watch Scrooged every year with Bill Murray.
Love Scrooged
before I even consider this one.
And that's not to say it's bad. It's just there's so many good ones. It's just
I saw Scrooged in the theater as well and loved that movie, especially when Bill Murray. I mean, it was a packed theater too, and of course my buddy Greg and I went to see it again. I think we had somebody else with us too. I can't remember exactly who was with us at the time. And especially when at the end of the movie, when he's talking to the auditorium and stuff, the real men. No, how about the women? No, you guys sing. No, the real. I mean, you kind of get into it, but it's my second favorite book is A Christmas Carol, and I like what they did with this version of A Christmas Carol. So Scrooged is definitely in my top 5 as well.
Yeah, he ad-libbed that whole scene too, where he was speaking to the camera. That's why I like it so much. So, because it's coming from Bill Murray. So.
Yeah, I just found that out about a year ago, and I went, "What? He ad-libbed that all?"
Oh yeah,
yeah. But yeah, there are a lot of other fun scenes and stuff that kind of spark things that you wouldn't necessarily be sparking in a Christmas film. But like when you're an 18-year-old kid and you're just like, oh my gosh, look at the hot model lady who's taking off her clothes. But
or a 40-something-year-old dad through a window in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
And when it hits the window and it's just like, and he's just like, oh. But then of course it brings. I don't have a photo of it here, but then when Ruby Sue comes in and she kind of brings the house back down, with kind of like a bummer sort of story, like, well, we're not going to get anything. We didn't get anything last year, and that sort of a thing. It brings it back to reality because families or maybe you yourself have been in that situation or where you may not have had the best financial situation, so mom and dad aren't going to be able to get you something for Christmas or get you a lot, or like these guys were technically homeless, so it kind of brings it back down to reality again. So I think that's where it keeps throwing the funny stuff out and it keeps reeling it back in, and that's why it ends up on the top list. For me, it is on my top favorite list. For an odd reason, A Christmas Story is much lower for me. Not down in the basement, but and my friend Heather, that's like her absolute favorite movie anyway. But my wife, she does not really care for A Christmas Story, and I said I think the reason might be because you never sat down and watched it from beginning to end. when it wasn't on TBS being shoved down your throat.
Yeah, I actually hadn't seen that movie from beginning to end in decades. Like, I think when I was a kid, I might have seen it from beginning to end at one point. And I think within the past couple of years, I think me and my wife made a point to do that.
Yeah.
But it's always been like, oh, I'm in the middle of it, or I'm towards the end, or like there's always some like 30-minute chunk that I've caught of it. And that doesn't do the movie justice. You really need to watch the movie because it's a great movie.
Lynn and I watched the sequel that came out, I think it was 2
saw
years
that.
ago.
Yeah.
And
that one was really good. Yeah,
it was.
His smile, his little grin is the same as it was. It's exactly the same. It's so good.
And I love that they could get back everybody that they could get back for the film.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the mom who was in the very first movie, she just passed away, I think, about 2 weeks ago or something like that. So
8-Bit Christmas is another one too that is sort of a modern one that
I haven't seen that one.
I didn't love it as much as I thought I would, but it's a good one. It's up there.
Same. I thought it was going to be a lot. I don't want to say better, but I guess I had higher hopes. But it's still good.
Yeah, it lacked sort of like a central character that like that could carry it like a lot of these other movies did. But it's still fun to watch. It's a Christmas movie,
and it focuses around the Nintendo. So
yeah. And when I saw that, I was like, I really want to see this, and we didn't get to see it yet. So I just wrote it down. I'm gonna put that at the top of my list. I actually have 4 or 5 movies out there that I haven't seen. Like I've never seen Deck the Halls, and I don't know if it's any good. But I finally did see Jingle All the Way. It was okay.
Jingle All the Way is good.
We watch that every year too with the kids, man.
Yeah, I think it's not a great movie, but it's just fun to watch.
It's terrible, but it's fun.
Phil Hartman's a joy, no matter what he's doing.
Yeah, I love Phil Hartman.
Of course, Sinbad is a joy, no matter what he's doing.
I have an odd question here. So let's just kind of pretend that this is the first time that the Griswolds celebrated Christmas this way. Let's just say that they don't normally do it this way.
Okay.
How do they normally celebrate Christmas, do you think?
Like maybe they're Jewish?
No, not like that.
I guess they get dreidels.
Well, because
do dreidel stuff.
Well, the reason why I asked that is because I remember Rusty saying, "I knew we should have just gone to Hawaii," and kind of like what they did at the end of Vacation. It's just like, "Oh, I wish we could have just gone to Hawaii," and then they ended up going to Hawaii anyway.
But Clark's working, in the city, and he's got probably one of those jobs where he's probably always at work. I mean, it's advertising, it's whatever he does with so I feel like they probably and then, the brother and sister are very disconnected.
Yeah.
You can tell the mom, she wasn't used to doing all that preparation and stuff and everything. So I think they just kind of just have a whatever Christmas. I mean, I don't think it's just,
they crash
I wouldn't
with whoever.
say crap. It's probably just more of a, it's there and it's over kind of a thing. I mean,
do you think they're always the invitees? Like, they're not having Christmas, but they're always going to, Aunt Joan's house.
Maybe, or maybe like he said, maybe they just go out of town a lot,
Yeah,
because he's got the money. I mean, he works in the city and just, he's got that job. I can't imagine that they put on that kind of show. And again, like we said, with the lights and everything seemed like it had been boxed and put away for a very long time.
Yeah,
which also leads to his busyness of not getting around to it. So
almost like he inherited that stuff maybe from another
his dad.
I think
his dad, because the way his dad saw it and said it was beautiful and was like excited that his son had put all that work into it. I think maybe it was probably his father's stuff. So
like it's like 20 years old or whatever.
Yeah. I wanted to show just a couple of Griswold family photos here real quick. Some that, we didn't necessarily see in the movie, but stuff that was production photos or I love this one, and then of course we have this lovely picture here as well. I think that we have a movie that's going to be lasting a long time into the future, long after we've been gone, that people are going to enjoy. But I know that nobody's enjoying Christmas Story. Not Christmas Story, but Christmas Vacation too, because I've heard that's really bad. So,
I've not seen that one.
It's terrible. It's just with Cousin Eddie.
Your Cousin Eddie and the second Audrey or the first Audrey.
I
think it was the first Audrey.
I've already blocked it out of my mind. I don't.
Yeah. Well, of course, we have come to a certain part of the show that reminds me of this. That's
Boom.
right. It's the Harbinger of Christmas.
Christmas explosion. I like
We're breezing through this show tonight.
Some of these aren't necessarily memes, but just a couple of pictures that I saw that I was like, we'll just toss that in there.
Nobody's walking out feeling like Christmas.
Yeah, I really dig that. I mean, I don't know if an actual little kid made that or what, but I think that's a pretty cool pic there.
I'm gonna assume it was a little kid.
Yeah, could be.
I like that reality better.
I love the squirrels down at the bottom and everything. We're gonna have the happiest Christmas, and I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
Yeah.
And I showed this earlier. The blessing. Now, I saw this picture here, and these were cards or something that you could order. And I was gonna get the website and I forgot to, but I guess you can get these. I don't know if they go on your lawn or if it's Christmas cards. I forget which I saw, but it said something about signs and cards. So I'm assuming that they had maybe something you could put in your window or whatever. I didn't even go back to the website. Never trust anyone who doesn't quote Christmas Vacation at least 10 times over the next 8 weeks. I have to agree with that. And of course you saw this a little while ago.
Yeah.
I would love to have this as a Christmas card.
That's nice. Yeah.
That is nice.
I don't know who did this. I tried finding the artist's name, but I could not find it.
My brother Jason has the entire village. You can buy those light up houses and everything.
Which brings me to
yeah. Yep. He's got this whole set. I just saw it when I was.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool.
And it's got like Santa and the reindeer circling around, and he's got like it's really awesome. It takes
Does it actually move?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It takes up his whole entertainment center, and it's all lit up, and he's got cotton and stuff to look like snow. Like it's massive. He definitely
nice.
It's really sweet.
Do they have a nuclear plant? So
no, but it's got pretty much like everything iconic from the movie. Obviously these pieces, and then there's a lot more though.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen them at the store or anything. So.
Oh yeah, no, they sold out like immediately. They're hard to come by now, and people that are selling them for like a grip of money.
Oh yeah, that seems like an instant collectible thing for sure.
Oh, there was one that I was gonna put in here and I didn't. I forgot to put it on here. Yeah, that look I get when it's just too cold to pee outside.
I have yet to feel like it's too cold to pee outside.
Yeah, I mean, aren't you already inside when you just pee inside?
Well, but if you're stuck outside,
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're out there and you got to pee, you just do it.
I'm reading this shit, son. I'm getting drunk while you stumble through the children's book.
You didn't say that.
I want to be at that. I'm excited to be at that point in life. I'm not there yet, but like when I can just sit there and just drink or do whatever and not worry about
care what's going around.
Not have to carry on conversation, not have to do it. Like I don't know when that moment will come, but I'm ready for it.
Sadly, if there are some times that I actually end up doing that and have been doing that for several years, depending upon where I'm at for Christmas.
Nice.
And that's not by choice, though. It just kind of happens.
I want to do it by choice because like my family is set up in a way where me and my wife don't have to have kids because my sister's having kids. So my grandparents or my parents or grandparents, they got all that taken care of. And I can just be Uncle John and I can just like sit. So I'm hoping that, I'm closing in on that moment, on that era.
There's Lauren, man. What's up, Lauren?
Sorry we haven't seen you in a while, Lauren. We've been busy with Torg, and then a couple weeks ago for Caddyshack, which will be coming. We're rescheduling Caddyshack, so we haven't seen you in a while. So it's good to see you,
Lauren. Yeah, man, it's been busy. It was Torg and Thanksgiving, and
yeah.
It's been a busy little stretch here, hasn't it?
I don't know what this link is. I don't know if I can
She's probably. Oh, it says Batman, so never mind. I was thinking she might be showing a picture of that whole village, but
It's
Yeah,
probably a gift.
if she put, I mean, if she texted it to me, I might be able to do something, but I can't.
that's all right.
I can't
I think
grab it.
it's a gift that she wants, I think.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look in a little bit.
That's
Hey,
probably what it is.
well, but that's all I got for memes. So
There's the Tylenol.
where's the Tylenol? So yeah, that is Christmas vacation for the week. You know, since we touched on some points here and there, I just kind of skipped over a couple other things, and that's it. So that's the village picture.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Oh well, I saw Batman though, so it threw me off. I was like, I don't know, man. Batman's not in that village.
Yeah, wonder what that was in there for.
So well, John, you've been kind of sick this past week or so, a little over a week and everything, and we haven't heard from you a whole lot. I mean, I checked in on you a couple times, so I'm going to ask you to refresh our memory where we can find you since we haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, I appreciate you checking in. The past couple days have been very, very productive. I've gotten a lot better. Wife's gotten a lot better. You know, there's not a lot of content yet. For my YouTube, I started something right before Torg, a video on TurboGrafx shmups I'm working on right now.
Okay.
I started it, and then Torg hit, and then Thanksgiving hit, and then COVID hit. And I've just kind of been able to sort of inch my way through that. And I haven't really made a whole lot of progress. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get that out this coming week or take the extra time and maybe wait another week. But that's coming. I'm also on TikTok, where I'm not sure how I want to handle the TikTok going forward. I'm gonna retool it into something better, but I am on there. So feel free to check that out as well. So I'm on YouTube and TikTok.
Getting tired of poking at the kids?
You know, yeah. And the monetization on TikTok isn't great. And now that I'm monetized on YouTube, I feel the need to kind of maybe shift gears and focus more on it anyway. Which is where I started out anyway. And so now I'm just kind of shifting back over to content that actually requires effort and isn't just stupid, pointless TikTok crap. So but yeah, you know, I'm on both, and ultimately there's gonna be a synergy and a rhythm between the two, and I'm closing in on whatever that's gonna be. So feel free to follow me on either or both of those.
Awesome. Rob, I know you're a meta man.
Meta man.
I'm part of the metaverse, is what they said. Those guys, Retro Trade, they were like, he's in the metaverse. Sounds like a Marvel movie.
Well, yeah, it does. At this point, you're probably actually more popular than the CEO of Meta. So
probably
just hit. You just hit, what was it, 28,000?
Yeah, I'm closing in on 29 already. I gained like 1,100 followers in like 4 days.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I just got someone. I don't know if you know the gaming headset Nublo.
It rings a bell.
I don't know. They reached out to me and want to partner with me for me to promote their headsets for gaming.
Okay.
So I told them to set up a meeting and we'll go from there. See how that goes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to check them out before you.
I did. I researched into them and stuff. They're legit, but I just.
No. I mean, they need to send you something so you can actually go.
Oh yeah.
Know, because
that's about it. It's been pretty exciting. I had that awesome 3-week trip, and I've been home for I think about a week now, since the 28th. So I think it's been a week.
Yeah, once you hit Florida, I just kind of laid off texting too much because I knew you were down there with family and everything. So
yeah, I had a blast. My brother, I got to see his game room, and I got to find.
He froze.
Almost made it.
Almost made the whole show.
Almost made it.
And that's what the metaverse does to you. It freezes you when you least expect
Retro
it.
Rob becomes bitrate Rob.
Well, maybe he'll come back here in a minute before we close out the show.
Usually he'll come back for like 2 seconds and then he'll totally die.
I did hit my 3,000 watch hours this past
Oh,
a
nice.
week.
So you can
And
do like members and stuff.
yeah, I can do members and stickers and, mega chats or whatever they're called, super chats or whatever they call them.
Yeah, you don't do a lot of live streaming though, I guess, other than this.
I do this, and occasionally we do the retro roundtable thing, but I need to have something that I want to talk about, which I do. So we might try to get that up this week or the next week. I actually have a couple things I want to talk about. I
guess you could do premieres for all of your new videos, and that's basically a live stream, is it not?
Yeah, it is. It is, and I wouldn't mind doing that per se, but it classically speaking, because I'm a smaller channel, we haven't had a lot of people pop in to say hi during the premieres, and that's okay,
Sure.
I will say this is not a complaint. This is just the nature of the beast. When you have 1,300 followers, 1,300 subscribers, and you look at the numbers and you see that, like for example, the one video that just hit it's almost at 2,000, like the Atari review, 2,600 plus review. When you see the numbers are that not even 10% of your subscribers have watched, you're returning visitors, but most of the people who've watched are people who've never subscribed before, new people. And I'm just like, it would be great, and this happens to almost all channels out there. It'd be great if some of these people were to go, yeah, I'll subscribe to that guy. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you anything, and all I want to do is just try to make you laugh and give you some stuff with video games, and occasionally we talk about movies. That's all. I mean,
well, with being a small channel, the majority of your views are going to be from non-subscribers, just
right,
because the majority of people on YouTube are not your subscribers, so that's just the way it's going to be for a while.
right.
That's what mine are.
And well, no Rob yet. Let me pop this. Let's see. Stop that. There he is.
Robert.
There he is. He's back.
So I figured something out here, and I told you this before, because I'm in the house now. For some reason, exactly at 1 hour on these podcasts, my computer shuts it off. I don't know why. It's exactly 1 hour every time.
That's weird.
Is that what it is?
Yep. I've done all my research, and I paid attention this time. And as soon as we hit the exactly 1 hour, you guys both went circling and left. And I'm in the house, so I'm literally right next to my router right here. So
some kind of refresh setting or some weird shit.
I don't know if it's within StreamYard that I need to change, or if it's within my own computer, but I need to figure it out because it's clearly not my internet now.
Let's have a look when we get off here. Yeah, for anybody just tuning in, or if you've never watched the show before, Rob has been having a problem where he just gets dumped.
Oh, we're still alive.
Yeah, we're still alive.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. We haven't said goodnight yet. We were just kind of talking.
We're having our tech support segment.
Yeah, but we will do that. We will show you what is coming up in 2 weeks on the 17th, and then we're going to talk off the air. So everybody, thank you for stopping in and checking out. There's just one more comment. I've been interested in Evercade coverage lately. I'm a big fan. Thank you, Big McFlips. Rob's got that cool.
Evercades are cool.
Yeah, I still have yet to pull the trigger, but we might be talking about that and some other stuff here on the Retro Roundtable.
Yeah, we'll bring up the Evercade. Okay.
Yeah, I have a couple of things I want to talk about. So, but that said, here's what's coming up in 2 weeks. Thank you all for checking this video out, and we'll see you very soon.